Before I start this off, I gotta say rest in peace, Chester. You made a ton of childhoods great. Yo, dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade here, and today's video is actually influenced by an idea I got from my good friend Detective Q, or Quaman's Land as he's formerly known, and actually a comment on my most recent Tough Like the Tunes for Hunter x Hunter. And this got me thinking of the OG Rip Kid in all anime, Son Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. And I wanted to take a look and wonder, is it possible for kids to be as jacked as Gohan was in real life? Well, today we look at just that, so let's get to it. Geez, it's been a while since I've done another in-depth fitness video like this. Luckily, I have a new Would That Work Out coming as well. Out of all the kids, Gohan was easily drawn with the most ripped physique. Goku was kind of pudgy as a 12-year-old. Vegeta looked like an average kid, and Trunks and Goten had some muscle, but nothing Gohan didn't outclass. But looking at my boy Gohan, who was easily the most beastliest character in all anime whenever he went Super Saiyan 2. Like, I don't give a damn. When you went Super Saiyan 2, Kid Gohan, you knew bodies were gonna hit the floor. No wonder I love this series so much. Gohan was literally the one-punch kid when he took this form. Wait a sec.
I'm going to have to ask you to do 100 push-ups, son, and then 100 sit-ups, and then 10 Kamehameha waves.
Oh my god. Beastliest character ever! Now that I've gotten my composure back, Gohan's body evolved over the course of the series, from 4-year-old baby body to a beastly 11-year-old, from a jack teen to scrawny nerd back to swole muscle man. Damn, that muscle memory! But like I said, we're focusing primarily on Kid Gohan, and if that's possible. Now first things first, let's get this out of the way. Does childhood training cause horrible muscle degeneration that'll cripple kids for years to come? Well, unless you're throwing them into the woods with wild animals to survive for a few months, you'd be surprised. But I want to address this first. So many kids and parents wonder this right off the bat. So, does lifting stunt your growth? Well, what do studies say? Nothing. Because there are no studies that show weight training at a young age has stunted people's growth. Matter of fact, I can probably name 12 to 16 people I literally went to school with, and they started training when they were like 12 years old, and all of them shot up to like 5'11 to 6'3, like in between that range of height. Like, they shot up ridiculously well, and a lot of athletes, including NFL and NBA players, have even admitted they start weight training as kids so they could become better athletes. Now let's get to some fun biology and anatomy. Nerd time! You see, the way kids grow is in the long bones, there are these small cartilages known as epiphyseal plates, which reproduce these cells called chondrocytes in the bone. And chondrocytes basically help keep the cartilage mobile and keep your bones from rubbing together. And one of the main things that does is when they multiply, the chondrocytes they will lengthen the bone, and then it will actually allow you to grow taller. So they keep multiplying and you keep growing taller. And fun fact, you can actually keep growing until you're 24 or 25 years old. Then it just stops completely. Well, at least I'm the same height as Goku, Saitama, and Conor McGregor.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good.
Also, when puberty hits, you can also release insulin like growth factor 1 or IG1. You can release testosterone, and of course you can release HGH, human growth hormone, and all of those will just help you grow as well. Now, don't just start running out there to start pumping weights right away. You see, there's a reason we don't have a bunch of kids lifting heavy weights as soon as they can walk. One of the major issues children have is lack of knowledge and inexperience when it comes to training. Doing heavy compound movements, which means multi-joint, multi-limb, multi-muscle movements such as bench press, squats, deadlifts, and rows, can damage an untrained body. Now that could potentially stunt the growth, as injuries like tearing your meniscus, dislocating a joint, breaking a bone, injuring your spine, etc., all those could potentially hinder your height if you're not careful.
Bullshit, I'm going home, man.
But the main reason those are even caused is because the kids just watch some badass superhero muscle man whooping ass and want to get big without proper guidance. I mean, personally, I always suggest to kids who want to start getting fit and train right away, just to start with calisthenics. You know, body weight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. But if you have a proper coach, you can train with light weights early on. Though if you're like The Rock, who looked like a grown man when he was 13 years old, you could probably lift more, but again, always have an experienced lifting coach by your side. A good coach can show you how to properly do an exercise without injuring yourself and help you to become stronger. Though, kids in my opinion shouldn't be maxing out at all or doing 5x5 workouts. Just following a muscle building rep scheme of 8 to 12 reps where muscle failure is hit and you can do no more with good form. Okay, one thing I really want to stress to you guys, like I'm being dead serious now, is the importance of training with someone who is competent or like someone you trust or someone who actually knows about fitness. Because a good friend of mine, like years ago when he was a kid, like he still has his marks from an accident that happened to him, and I'll tell you guys, basically he was 12 years old. And his big brother was using the weight room, and he was, pumping weights. He just finished his workout. And I think my friend, like from what he told me, he was watching something on TV where the guy was bench pressing. I think it was Spider-Man or some movie or something like that. So he got all hyped up and wanted to go bench press at 12 years old. And so he goes downstairs where the weight room is, and like apparently the weights are still on the bar, like his brother just finished. And his 12-year-old self decided, I'm gonna go bench press this weight. And so he grabs it. I don't know how much weight was on the bar, guys, but he like grabs it, and then as soon as he lifts it up, like I'm surprised he even lifted it up, it comes right down slamming on his chest, and it shattered his like clavicle, and like he had to be rushed to the doctors immediately. And now to this day he still has like this really nasty mark right here on his chest, and it's one of those things. I don't want that to happen to you kids. Like I don't want any damage. Like that's just a small thing. He could have lost his life. Like it could have easily like chopped and broke his neck or something like that. So I'm making this very clear. Always have a coach with you or someone you trust that's like a good spotter. Like you should always have a spotter regardless, but I'm being serious now. That's really important. Like do not skip on, safety. Safety is the utmost important thing.
Remember this, muscles grow from time under tension, so maxing out like that when you're young is no good and can possibly damage you for the worse. And as long as you're eating tons of healthy, nutritious food, you can become quite strong for your age. Now there are many kid bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts out there, but not all of them are super ripped and muscular like Gohan was when fighting Cell. I mean, damn, look at him. He has a grown man ripped body.
It's like he suddenly became a man.
I mean, just look at the biceps, the triceps, the muscles, the deltoids, the pectoralis major, of course, the rectus abdominis, all drawn incredibly skeleton. Yeah!
But in real life, can kids get this? Well, you see, there are a few various aspects you have to take into account here. 1. Puberty isn't always the same for everyone. It hits all kids at different ages. Some kids will literally start puberty in 4th grade at age 9, and some kids are late bloomers and won't be able to hit it until they're age 15. And when puberty hits, it is easier to gain size because you have a ton of HGH and testosterone pumping in your body. And 2, if you work out pre-puberty, like the incredibly well-known Little Hercules with a solid diet, you become really ripped and strong for your age, but more than likely not a mini Hulk. Remember, like I said, having a lower body fat instantly makes you look more muscular, even if you don't have that much muscle mass yet. It's a cool little fitness hack and explains why a lot of these super strong kids you see look so impressive when they're doing these insane calisthenic works. And also, as a beginner in puberty, you have...
Say it with me now.
Newbie gains! I've explained this in depth before in my Hero Academia training video, so for those who want to know more, be sure to check that out after this. So I'll retread it lightly here. Newbie gains is such a great time for beginners because you can build muscle and burn fat at the same time. So if you're naturally cut, meaning you have abs naturally, they just sort of developed on their own. I think we've all seen the skinny kids with abs, and when they start adding size to their frame, they look a lot more impressive. Or hell, you could be a chubby kid and get yoked up by senior year if you keep training consistently with newbie gains and, consistency. Like, that's one of the best things about newbie gains. So in conclusion, is Gohan's body possible for kids, and is it even good for a kid to have that? If you've gone through puberty and you train properly with a good diet, it is potentially possible to get something similar, but remember, the utmost important thing here is safety. So many kids hurt themselves trying to ego lift and impress a bunch of other kids that they are so strong, and they end up hurting themselves badly. If you really want to train, start with calisthenics. Hell, that's what most of the Z Fighters do regardless. Or if you're lucky enough to know a strength coach who can be there for you and demonstrate proper form of lifting with light weights, then you can try that. But don't just go out there trying to be John Cena and bench press every day without proper guidance. Well, that has been my video for today. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and if you have any more video topics you would like to see, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy the video and would like to help me create more videos like this, then why not stop past my Patreon, where you can see a ton of great helpful rewards as gratitude for helping me out. And I'm incredibly appreciative of all you for helping me keep these up. Also, be sure to hit that bell icon by the subscriber button, because that will let you know the moment I upload, and I may just have a surprise coming somewhere down the line.
Well, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned something. And kids, just remember, stay consistent, stay safe, eat your green vegetables, you'll be good. Just like, remember, safety is the utmost important thing here you want to like worry about. Like, I don't care what anyone says, safety is the most important thing. You don't want to hurt yourself. And just tell me what you guys thought of the video in the comment section below. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on any of the social media accounts below. And thank you all for watching. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget, moment time. Now go have a great day. And find your sexy ass Fidel. Ho!